it's been a busy few weeks out on the golf course. I will take you around and show you what's been happening. The guys have been making some great progress. So the guys have been out tidying up some of the spoil areas. So this is obviously one of them. So this is to the right hand side of the 10th fairway. Obviously we had to dump a lot of the spoil from drainage, and we've started tidying up. So they've re-leveled, reshaped, and we've put this little sort of drain line culvert in here, which will help to get the water off and get it into the ditch, because obviously some of the water still does run down, surface water runs down the fairway on some of the heavy rainfalls. But this is one of the areas that is now ready for seeding. So over the next few weeks you'll start to see us putting a lot of seed in the ground, or a lot more seed in the ground, as the guys have been keeping busy. I'll take you out because we've looked at areas like the 7th path. The old 7th path has been ripped out and has been filled with spoil. Some of the areas down the left hand side of the 6th that obviously pushes out into the woodland, and you've got that big mound that was just short of the 6th lake between 6 and 13. I'll take you out there and show you what they've done. So here's another one of those spoil areas. Obviously this was quite a large mound. They've just started reshaping, regrading to kind of smooth off the edges and make it playable should your ball land on here. Obviously this is GUR at the moment, so please take relief, free relief, but this will be seeded over the next couple of weeks or so, and topsoil just to get it all dressed out, and it will be back in play well as soon as we get some rain. Obviously we haven't had any rain, so some of these areas that we've been pleading for the rain have taken a long time to recover, but as soon as we get some moisture in the ground, the seed is there. Just so you guys all know, we've put nearly a ton of seed into the ground already. So all of those bare patches, all of those areas that need redressing, and obviously all of these drainage lines, there is seed in there. We're just waiting for some water to help it grow. So here's the new bunker on 12. Obviously this has been GUR for a long time, but we finally managed to dig it out, drain it, line it, edge it, and it's nearly ready for sand. As you can see, we've got the sprinkler in there. Obviously it's been incredibly dry conditions, so we've been watering these morning and evening every day. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look. I think it'll be quite a good introduction to the hole, as it's quite a nice bunker. It'll be quite a good shot from here. Hopefully you won't find yourself in here too often, but it gives you a fair opportunity. It is quite a tough shot, but at least we can get it out. So we've got a few bunkers that are already done now. Obviously we've got the 2 on 9, the 2 on 15. 1 on 15 might need a little bit more turf, just changed over. Some of it unfortunately has died, even though we are putting a lot of water on it. And then we've got 13, which I'll go and show you in a second. We are hoping to get sand in on the 2 on 9, especially by the end of this week. We're just dependent on the weather and just seeing how the forecast changes. So this is Greenside on the 13th. This has been lined, drained, and obviously turfed around the edge. Again, we're watering it morning and evening just to try and get that turf to root. Obviously we've had some incredibly dry, warm conditions, which is making it hard work. However, we'll get there. It's just taking a bit longer than we'd like. As soon as that's rooted in, we will get sand in as quick as possible. I'm sure you'll agree this is quite a nice shape. This is probably one of my favourite of the new bunkers. It is much deeper, so this is more of a greenside bunker. So this will provide a incredibly challenging bunker shot, especially if you leave yourself slightly short-sided with that sort of middle yellow frag. So to the left-hand side of the 18th green, this is now pretty much finished. So this whole area is now going to be irrigated. Here's the first part of the sprinklers. Just testing them for the first time, making sure that they work. So that'll give the coverage around the edge of the lake, and then we've got a line that runs through the middle. So this will be, again, seeded over the next couple of days, and hopefully that can grow in pretty quick. And there we go, that gives you a bit of an insight of what it looks like once they're on. So again, we want this whole area, in an ideal world, this whole area will be cut to apron length, so that'll give you a nice runoff. As we move forward, this is the same system that we'll be using along the fairways, and you'll start to see those being introduced over the next few months. Obviously right now we're desperate for water just to get some growth and just get some recovery on some of those worn areas from all the improvement work we've been doing. The guys have started on the bunker on the first. This is the fairway bunker, so a few of you would have heard that our plans were to combine the 2 fairway bunkers and obviously try and shallow them out. We wanted to try and make them a little bit fairer. So This gives you a little bit of an insight on what the shape's going to look like. So where the digger is at the moment, we're going to kind of pad that in, bank that out. That mound in the middle will just shallow out a little bit, bring that down to increase the bottom of the bunker. And obviously we're going to bring the base up. As you can see, we've brought the base up a little bit again to shallow it out, but obviously we still want to keep those faces like we've done on some of the others. So you sort of see the edge and the outline of this. Obviously it's very early stages, and as we move through the week I'll give you a slightly better update and show you what's going on.